Okay, so fresh onto the market, we've got the brand new Pioneer DJM 700. Kind of fits really nicely in the product portfolio now. We've now got the 600, the 700 and the 800. We're kind of pitching the DJM 700 as more of the DJM 600's bigger brother rather than the DJM 800's smaller brother. DJM 800 is still seen as our premier installation mixer, although this is now carrying a lot of the trademarks that the 700 has. We're still following the same portfolio structure where all the functions and the features will all call out through the 6, the 7 and the 8. So if you know how to use a 600, you know how to use an 800, you can easily use the DJM 700. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through a few of the features and functions and what it's got in comparison to that of the DJM 800 and what it's not got or has got from the DJM 600. So to start off with, it comes in two colours. We've got DJM 700 Black and DJM 700 Silver. It's going to retail at about £849. Get your pre-orders in today at Hard to Find Records. So I'm going to start off around the mixer and work my way around it. Bottom left hand corner, as we've always had on all our mixers, easy to use. We've got our headphone cue and our headphone cue to master and our volume. Easy to remember. Headphones split in stereo like on all our products. One thing that we've brought off the DJM 800 onto here are the fader start leads, which basically enable DJ to start a track from hitting the fader up. Take a control lead out the back of the CDJ into the mixer, activate the fader start, and when you put the fader up, the track will instantly start. Works well for kind of mobile discos, or if you had a scratch sample, getting scratches on cue when you lift the fader. Onto microphone inputs, we've got two this time. We've got one on the top, XLR input, and then we've also got one on the back, sub-mic input. 2-band EQ, and then we get onto the 4 faders, the same as the DJM 800 and DJM 700, although this time we're missing the colour effects that we did have on the DJM 800. And now onto the effects unit. One of the new features on the mixer is that of the frequency effect filter. A good way to describe it is you can filter the track, you can filter the effects, and you can filter the track and the effect. So I'll just go over how that works. So a solid light, a flashing light, basically means you've got a master filter. A solid light means a frequency filter, which means you can filter the effect. So what I'll do, I'll put an echo on. So you see how there I'm filtering the effect. So you can get some really nice sounds going when you start to implement the filter frequency effect over the top of these effects. So if we use that on, say, a reverb, for example, filtering the reverb down, and if we switch to the other filter mode, we get that post reverb roll off. Another good feature about the mixer is the fact that on the roll it's all post fade now, which it wasn't on the DJM 800. So say for example we get a roll in, just put a 2-beat roll in there, that was it on the DJM 800, we couldn't do anything more, but now we've got the feature to be able to filter the whole roll. Then come back off it and onto the track. All the effects are quite similar to that of the DJM 600 and 800, although we have brought the crush from the DJM 800 onto the low pass and high pass effects unit on this side. So that all rolls over time, like all the other effects do. And what today, using the frequency filter to filter All the effects are post fader, so your delays. Two new effects we've got on here now, of that up roll and down roll. So we've got our normal roll that we had on the 800, so the reverse roll, but now we've got an up roll and a down roll. So down roll would sound like and then the up roll. But what we can do is when we use those together, we can get some really nice effects going. So I'm going to set up my rolls now to do some sampling. So I'm going to sample over 8 beats. Stop the CDJ, I'll put the sample inside the mixer. Up roll, and back to reverse and then roll again. But then what we have to get out to do is, if you've got a roll going like we have done now, go into reverse roll, up roll and then down roll. If you switch from down roll to up roll on the offbeat, we get what's called a magic loop, which basically double pitch shifts the loop. So I'll show you. So we've got the roll, reverse roll, up roll, and if you listen to how that sounds, and if I go down roll and up roll on the offbeat, you get a double pitch loop. Then back into normal roll. So do that magic loop again. There you go. And back into the track. The mixer is now 42 parts MIDI mappable. It's just this centre section here. You can download the PDF on pioneer.co.uk that tells you all the schematics of the mixer. But yeah, we've got no digital inputs this time, as we do have on the 800. It's XLR output, but it's only RCA booth output. So the 800 is still seen as our premium mixer, and this one just fits nicely underneath it. But yeah, the DJM 700, main thing about it, frequency effect filter, up roll and down roll.